Chitty is a huge show. I mean, many people will have seen the film, many people will have seen the musical touring or in London.
Yeah.
It's massive. What a challenge this must be.
Yeah, it's a real challenge. And I think where it's an exciting challenge is it's not only a challenge for the cast, but for everyone involved. Costumes, set, we've got to build a car, got to get this, that. It's one of those shows that every technical element is kind of huge, you know, which is something that Taylorian have done before with Phantom, but this is obviously with the car, you know, the central character of the show is a car.
Yeah, because how do you sort of deal with that when it's not a human being? The main thing is actually a piece of machinery.
Yeah, well, it's been very interesting in rehearsals. Luckily, we've been having school canteen tables on wheels that have become very useful. But yeah, no, it's a real challenge because you're having to train a company or get a company used to reacting to something that isn't there and won't be there until we get to the theatre. But it's really exciting, and what's so great about it is there's such a history with Chitty. It's got such a, you know, everyone knows it, kids, adults, you know, everyone knows the show. So it just, the imagination even in rehearsal rooms comes to life, and people can look at a table and see the car because everyone knows what the car is. So
yeah.
it's been great.
And in terms of the film, as I say, many people will remember that. Dick Van Dyke, and I think Benny Hill was in the film. Was he the toy maker as well?
Yes,
you know, some big names in the movie.
Names.
So how different is the stage musical version?
Yeah, I mean the overall story is the same, which is amazing, but the kind of the little nuances are different. So, for example, in the movie, it's the whole Bulgaria and the child catcher. That's all a dream that the kids have on the beach, whereas in the musical, it's real. So it adds a really exciting dimension because rather than all these characters being pretend and at the end you go, oh, it's okay, it was just a dream. No, these are real. So it actually makes it a lot more exciting to work on in the rehearsal room. And it's been really interesting. You know, I saw the show in the West End. And so it's been really interesting seeing how the script and how they've evolved it on each incarnation when it went to the West Yorkshire Playhouse and then it did its tour. And the script that we've got now has been really exciting. And it's been really exciting for Taylorian because we've been working with companies in the UK this year as well on developing the show and developing this production. So, yeah, it kind of has evolved as a story. But it's really exciting. And Nick Murley, our designer, and I, along with my associate, Scott Hunter, we've really created a world for Chitty to sit in this year, which has been, that's what's so exciting about working on the Taylorian show and on the Isle of Man is we get complete freedom to play. And so we've really created an exciting world for Chitty to live in. That we're really excited to start sharing. And
it's very magical as well. This is a great show for all the family because obviously the kids love the colour, the flying car and the magic, but the adults love that as well. This is a big old feast for the eyes.
It ticks so many boxes because it in a way it has that jukebox musical element because it kind of it stems back to the songs we know and we love. So it's kind of got all of those in it. But as you say, it's got a lot of jokes for the adults. The two Bulgarian spies, their role from the movie to the stage show is massive. So they've got a whole song that wasn't in the film that's just hilarious. And Andrew and Ben Karen, who are playing those roles, are just they're really finding how they're going to play them. So there's a lot of comedy in it and a lot of heartfelt moments. And we've really been looking actually deeper into the story because, you know, there are elements of it that are slightly pantomime-esque and that kind of could be done like that. But we've kind of really gone, how do we not do that, but still make sure the audience have, you know, the tick box of an evening out, you know, because ultimately that's what it is. It's a summer evening out that people are going to commit to, and we're really ensuring that everyone's going to have a great time.
And as well as the car, you need obviously a massive cast for this. So you had fairly intensive auditions, I think, with a lot of young performers involved as well.
Yeah, we saw over 100 children for the show, which was amazing. And it's been amazing to see that development. One thing we've been doing a lot as Taylorian is workshops and looking at how we can develop and bring the talent and inform young people of what maybe industry, whatever that means. But to me, you know, our industry levels from the West End and London over and train them. And it's been great to see that development and then in the auditions them come to fruition. But yeah, we've got two massive teams of kids, our Team Toot and Team Sweet, and inventive name, you know. So yeah, amazing. And then even within our company, we've got a lot of exciting young talent in there as well, who are either just finishing their A-levels and about to go off over to the UK to train. And we're bringing another load over as well this year.
Yeah, you've got some London drama students coming over, a bit like you did last year with Joseph. Yeah.
So I think it's a really exciting collaboration that we've got with the drama schools in London. I work at a lot of drama schools, so it's really great, and it's an amazing opportunity for them. Just about to graduate, go into the industry, and they get to perform in a venue that a lot of actors would love to perform in.
They must be amazed by the Gaiety.
It is.
Yeah.
It's so funny when they came last year on Joseph. Even when I first came to the island and saw the Gaiety, it sounds silly to say takes your breath away, but it really does. It's such a beautiful theatre, and it's been so well maintained and kept. And I guess when you're on the island, you don't always remember it, but it's just stunning. So to perform on that stage, it's just a massive opportunity. You're training, and then you get to put all what you've learned in practice. In a big musical.
And you've got some very talented local performers taking part in the show.
Yeah, loads. It's been amazing. I guess what was so different for me last year when I came over, we had our cast for Joseph, whereas this year I got to be part of the audition experience. But yeah, it's an amazing team. We've got, Chris Cuming and Lisa Kreisky, who are just hilarious as the Baron and Baroness.
Yeah, they're always good value. And those two together, that must be a sort of great comedy pairing.
Yeah, they're really bouncing off each other in the rehearsal room, and it's a really fruitful room where we can just play. And that's what's so great. We've had the time to play and create our own Baron and Baroness. And then, Lisa can do all of that, and then she, turns around and does a massive samba, number halfway through Act 2. And that's just great, and that's the other thing, the level of which we're working at is of a really high standard, and the ballroom scene's massive over here on the island. So we've been able to really get some amazing skills in the room and create a really impressive routine. So it's great.
So you've got the fortnight of Chitty, as we say,
yes.
the 6th to the 18th of August. And you're going to be exhausted from that, I'm sure, because we say there's singing, there's huge dance numbers and all sorts going on. But in the middle of that, when you'd normally have a day off, the middle Sunday, you're sort of working everybody very hard. You've got a Sunday night sort of special show, a one-off special.
A one-off special, Sunday night at the Gaiety. Yeah, Matt James and I sat down with Scott Hunter. We were in London, and we said, we've got a day where nothing's going on. Let's put another show on. Let's put the same amount of songs on in another night. So yeah, we've got a really exciting thing that we're starting up as Taylorian, the Sunday night at the Gaiety slot. And it kind of looks back at that kind of variety performance style. But the whole idea of the night is that we're looking at bringing young people from the island and saying, this is where you could become. And by doing that, we're bringing people who have come from the island. So Perry O'Day and Matt Chase back over, and Georgia Maddox, who's just gone off and trained. And they're going to come back to the island and perform with people from the island, like David Artus, Emily Coates, Mandy Griffin, Alex Toohey, Damien Neal. They'll get to perform again.
All the big names from the island. And you're bringing some performers over who are in the West End at the moment.
Yeah,
as well.
So we've got loads of kind of people. We've got Nick McLean, who's currently in Book of Mormon. We've got Charlotte Kennedy, who's just finished in Les Mis as Fontaine. So they're all coming out to perform as well. And Lizzie O'Connolly, who's been nominated for loads of awards and won many awards over there.